Well, it was a cloudy and rainy day indeed. As we look out there, you can see that rain blowing through and then some of those storms as well. Starting to clear out now as we're heading into the 6 p.m. hour, but we're going to hold on to those clouds into tonight as well, as we're going to see those clouds stick around with that northerly breeze, keeping us cool as we're heading into these overnight hours. As we look at the past 24 hours, cool is definitely the story. Last night we dropped down into those 50s, those lower 50s, and that's what we're going to have again today. We didn't really get out of it as we got that daytime sunshine going, kept us in those lower 50s as we saw plenty of rain-cooled air around the entire Concho Valley. And we didn't see those temperatures get up there like we were hoping to, but tomorrow it's going to be a cool day, especially like today. Right now we're at that 53-degree mark, Junction at 59 degrees. Brady copying us there at that 53-degree mark, and as we get a good look at the entire region, we're all in those 50s, and so with the exception of Sterling City up there, that's going to be our cool spot at 48 degrees, but as we get a good look at the rest of the region, 52 in Ballinger, 54 down there in Ozona, 53 here in Menard. So a fair spread of these temperatures, but all of us are going to be cooling off into those 50s, if not into those lower 50s, if not into those upper 40s going into these overnight hours, as we see those northerly winds start to bring in some cooler temperatures. Looking at those dew points and those moisture values, still definitely up there. 56-degree dew point in Junction with those humidity values up at that 90% mark, 100% humidity there in Brady, Robert Lee at that 96% humidity mark. So we all still see this moisture around the region, but as that system keeps moving east, we're going to see that rainfall fall a bit, unfortunately, even though we do all have the moisture sufficient for it. Looking at the upper level pattern going into this week, after the system moves out of our way, unfortunately, early into this week, it's not looking great for the rain. We see a little bit of that ridging working its way in by that Monday time frame. Heading into Tuesday, we start to see that ridging start to leave us a little bit, but still it's going to be fairly zonal flow by that Tuesday time frame. By the late week, that's where we're going to be looking into Wednesday and Thursday. Our eyes are on the west coast as the system makes its way further east. By that Thursday to Friday time frame, that's where I'm looking for it to come into our region, bringing a little bit of upper level energy, and could be kicking off some showers and storms going into that late week time frame. Though we're looking at the current satellite and radar, we still have this system working through our region. That's going to be the main story for the United States right now as we're looking out there, zooming in closer to the Concho Valley. Like we heard that thunder all day, but it is definitely starting to move its way further off to the east. Most of that rain is off to our northeast, up towards that Wichita Falls area, but here in the Concho Valley, we're still dealing with some of that rain. As we're looking at the live radar out there, you can see still here in San Angelo and eastern Tom Green County, that's where they still have some of those heavy downpours, but especially over towards that Junction area through Brady, that's where the heftiest rain is coming down right now. Here in San Angelo, we saw a good amount of rain come down from this. Looking at what we saw today, about that 0.64 inches is where we were at just when that almanac data came in. We could see that total rise just a little bit as we're still seeing the data come in for the next couple of hours. Could total out at about 3/4 of an inch for the day. But as we look into our records for the month, we look out there, this is the first day of the month that we did see that rainfall come through, so it's 0.64 inches for the month, about a 1/4 of an inch below where we're supposed to be for this time of the month, and for the year, still below 2 inches where we're supposed to be for this time of the year, unfortunately. Though we did see that rain today, so it's a nice little bit, a little dent in that drought that we need to get, but we're hoping for more of this rain going into the future. Looking at this futurecast, you can see it's going to make its way further off to the east by that 10 p.m. hour. That's where it starts to make its way out, and then going into tomorrow, it starts to clear out of our area. We still see this light rain for tonight, but like I said, tomorrow we start to see it clear out and see a little bit of sunshine hopefully through the region for one of those last days of rodeo. And then as we're heading into the Monday time frame, I'm looking at more sunshine around the region. For tonight, though, we're going to be cooling off nicely, making a good run at those upper 40s as we had that northerly wind about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow, a similar day to today as we see those clouds around, and the 64 degrees is what I'm calling for, but then we're on the warm-up as we head into that 7-day. You can see 70s by Monday, but then as we're heading into the late week, pushing that 90-degree mark by Thursday, and then late next weekend, that's where we start to see more of those rain chances coming back in. That's all for your 7-day forecast, but now we'll head on back to Shelby.